India's Ministry of External Affairs has issued another update regarding the Indian nationals impacted by the floods in Nepal. The MEA stated that as of 7 p.m. today, 285 Indians are still not contactable. Meanwhile, 33 Indian workers of the Trishuli 1 project and 21 tourists from Tamil Nadu have been rescued so far. Atul, the MEA also on top of this, but so far a number of Indians are not contactable is what the MEA has said.
Well, yes, MEA has been giving timely updates regarding number of citizens who are said to be stranded or trapped, and people who are yet to be traced. And the latest numbers that we have got from MEA is that about 288 internationals, they continue to remain uncontactable so far. No contact has been able to be established with those folks, and they are said to be affected. They are said to be stranded in the flood, the border region, which has been flooded as of now. However, the MEA has also said that about 21 pilgrims from Tamil Nadu, they have been successfully rescued. So, these internationals were said to be had gone for the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra, and they were returning. So they have been safely evacuated, is the good news that the MEA has given regarding some of the tourists from Tamil Nadu. But certainly a lot of the people are yet waiting to get contacted from the MEA or from the local authorities. However, attempts are going on regarding that, because even in Tamil Nadu, if you see a separate group of 49 pilgrims from Chennai and some 34 others from other parts of Tamil Nadu, they were also in Nepal at the same time, and they are yet to be tracked or traced. So certainly a lot of the people are yet waiting to get contacted from the authorities.
All right, more breaking news coming in. Well, massive search and rescue operation continues across Nepal, with Nepal's National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Authority saying 9,260 personnel from the police, army and armed police force have been mobilized for the rescue effort. Teams are working across affected areas to locate survivors, evacuate those stranded and assess the extent of the damage. Atul, what more can you tell us about this?
Well, Nepalese government and the authorities have in fact deployed almost all of their manpower when it comes to ensuring that people are rescued as soon as possible, because lives are obviously precious. And now the authorities have mentioned that over 9,000 security personnel have been deployed across the flood-affected region. Apart from among the security personnel who are operating, about 5,600 are said to be from the Nepal police. About 1,700 are said to be from the armed police forces or the APF, as well as 1,700 from the Nepali army. They are being, actively working, and obviously a lot of international experts have also arrived. They too are helping the whole rescue mission. Given the fact that the rescue teams are having to wade through some of the knee-deep and mud and debris alongside several of the stretches in the Botekoshi River, particularly around stretches around the Botekoshi River, that is certainly presenting as a challenge, because it is creating a difficulty to sort of take through heavy machinery, excavators, and all of those machines. They certainly require proper motorable roads, or at least area to travel through, but that is certainly which they are not getting as of now. So clearly that is a challenge that they are facing. But obviously the Nepali army and the Nepali authorities are trying their best. In fact, several of the military helicopters as well as private helicopters are also flying non-stop, and they have been able to in fact rescue hundreds of people by airlifting them and moving them to some of the slightly safer locations where a lot of the displaced people are being sheltered right now temporarily. As well as the fact, some of the other nations have also, in fact, sent help. Like China, China has deployed about 500, elite rescuers. Given the fact that, some of the regions of the China, particularly the Tibet, to mention, that has also been affected, and Chinese nationals also, in fact, about 100 Chinese nationals are also said to be missing in the Tibet region as well. So some of the help has also arrived from China and other parts of the world as well. They are trying to, go through those different sites, be it some of the bridges that have collapsed or some of the hydropower projects that they have, that has certainly been reduced to dysfunctional, all of them are said to have a lot of people trapped, and those areas certainly find a mention when it comes to locating people who were possibly swept away by the furious flow of the water that earlier struck yesterday. So certainly it is a race against time, given the fact that there's another barrier lake that is cropping up, and that is likely to get bursted in very near time soon. So certainly all of those challenges and dangers are also, the rescue teams are surrounded by, but they are continuing the operation to their fullest of their strength.
Stay with us, Atul. More breaking news coming in.